Hey, what's going on? It's me, Mr. Mario, and no, I can't do this. I'm not wearing these. No. So today I want to talk to you all about, well, this little thing I have on my wrist right here, which is the Pokémon GO Plus, and talk about whether it is worth it or not. Now, this is mostly my opinion right here, and I'm going to be discussing that, although there's going to be facts in here talking about, you know, how the device actually works, because I can't really have an opinion on that. Now, for anyone who did not see it on my side channel, which there's not too many subscribers there, so I'd be surprised if a lot of people here saw it, I end up getting one of these things, which is the Pokémon GO Plus, and I end up unboxing it on there. Now, what happens when you get the Pokémon GO Plus is it comes in this cool little box right here, and it comes with a few things. Mostly the noticeable things are this right here, which is a clip, which, as you can see, you put the actual GO Plus device onto this clip, and then you can clip it onto your shirt or your pants or wherever you want to, or you could do what I did and unscrew it and then put it on this little thing, this bracelet that they give to you, so that way you could end up just walking around and wearing it like a watch, and then you press the button right here. But how exactly does it work aside from that? First off, you do need a mobile device of some kind that has Bluetooth capabilities, internet access, GPS location, and of course Pokemon Go installed on there. Once you install the latest version of Pokemon Go, you can then sync up your Pokemon Go Plus, which I was kind of surprised they didn't really have very clear instructions in there, so I actually had to look up how to do that. But after you do it at least the first time, or it might have been on an older update when I was doing it, there is a Go Plus icon that shows up in the corner of your screen. Whenever you open up Pokemon Go again, you end up turning on your Bluetooth, you can hit that button, and then you press this button right here. As you can see, it starts lighting up and it syncs up to your phone. Now after that, the way it works is quite simplistic. What you do is you can lock your phone, you can put it in your pocket, you can background the Pokemon Go app, and you just walk around and do what you normally did. The only difference now is going to be whenever there is a Pokemon nearby or there is a Pokestop nearby, this will light up. It lights up blue for a Pokestop, or it lights up green for a Pokemon. Now, if you end up pressing the button for a Pokemon, it will try and throw one Pokeball at it and catch it, and you might catch it, you might not catch it. If you are in range of a Pokestop, you press the button, you can collect your goods, and that's about it. And of course, you get all the XP that comes from that. In addition to that, as long as you have the app running, because you need it to have the Pokemon Go Plus working and connected to it, you still get kilometers while you are walking, so that's a nice positive as well. And because you have the app backgrounded as well too, the nice thing is you don't have to use your screen, your phone runs much cooler, and it uses a lot less battery, so that is one of my things, and it's a big positive and negative with the Pokemon Go Plus. If you get this thing, you are able to now actually background your app, which is great, but you're pretty much saying you have to pay $35 to do something that, in my opinion, should have been free. And I'm not even saying, like, don't release this and let me just walk around with my phone and catch Pokemon automatically. No, I'm talking about let me background my phone so I can just keep my phone in my pocket and I can walk around and get kilometers. And I don't know, for me, it's just kind of annoying that you do have to get this to unlock that feature on there, something that, as I said, should have been easily done just within the native app itself. Now, yes, I also mentioned the price, $35, and that might not be a lot to some people or it might be a ton to other people, and I'm going to get into the price in a bit here, but when it comes to the functionality of the device, I will say, for walking with kilometers, it's been great. For getting Pokestops, it's been great. And for Pokemon, you all have probably seen a lot of issues with people saying that every single Pokemon they have has run away or broken out. And I would say I've gotten that as well too. It's honestly not as bad as I thought it would have been though. I'm still collecting a good amount of Pokemon, but there's also still a good amount of them running away. Now, whether that be because I'm just throwing a regular Pokeball, I'm not doing anything special like a nice, excellent, or a curveball with it, or I'm also maybe too high of a level to get some of the Pokemons, that has to be determined. I also feel like those catch rates can be changed up with a patch, but overall there is still a good amount of Pokemon that will run away and that you are not able to get. But for the rest of them, you can still get them just fine with this. It just really depends on chance. The important thing to really note with this going into this device is that you need to realize this is not going to be a substitute for Pokemon Go. This is how it should work. There should be two ways to play Pokemon Go. There's one way where you walk around with your application, you have your phone open, and you are actively playing and collecting the Pokemon and getting all that stuff. Now, if you're playing that and every single Pokemon is running away from you, there's a big issue right there. But if you're actually doing everything properly and you're still getting a good amount of Pokemon, then it should be fine. While as if you have this right here, this is more for, let's say, and I've done this, I'm going to go out with friends for about 3 hours or so. I'm going to go to a heavily populated area, such as a downtown area, and I want to catch Pokemon and get kilometers and do all that stuff, but I don't want to be sitting there while all my friends are around me just sitting there on my phone like a zombie. This is where the Pokemon Go Plus comes in. At that point, as I said, you turn on Pokemon Go, you connect it to the Plus, and then you put this on your wrist or whatever, and then you just pocket the phone, and whenever it vibrates and lights up, you just press the button, and that's about it. For that, I will say it's been excellent, because I'm still able to get my Pokemon, still able to get my Pokestops, still able to get everything else, and like my kilometers, and not have to touch my phone. I just have to press a button on my wrist and that's it. So if I'm walking around, like for example, if I want to go out for a walk for an hour and I don't want to stay on my phone the whole time, this has been great. If I want to go out with people, this is another great thing. If I'm at work and I want to catch some Pokemon, because sometimes they might spawn in the building, again, this is awesome. I think one of the main problems with this is a lot of people were thinking that this device right here was just going to catch all the Pokemon for them magically. And while I will say this, it can be patched, it can be better. It's supposed to be a different type of play style. This is not supposed to completely replace you taking out your phone and playing Pokemon Go. This is just like if you want to do it extremely casually. Plus, on top of that, one of my friends made a really good point. When there was one night I had this out and I was collecting Pokemon, I got a few of them and a bunch of others ran away, and he had said, well, if you think about it, all that XP and all those Pokemon that you got anyways, you wouldn't have gotten tonight, because this whole time you didn't have your phone out, you had your phone in your pocket, and you were still able to play Pokemon and at least get something for not doing that much work. So this begs the question, is it worth it? Well, there's two types of things for this. If $35 is something where you're comfortable putting down that money for something you might not like, even I myself, I bought this knowing, well, maybe I might not like this thing. I might use it once or twice and think it's terrible, and then I'm just going to put it back in the box, which at that point, honestly, right now, because these are in high demand, I could have probably just reboxed it and sold it for maybe double the price or something. But aside from that, what I'm trying to say is I bought this thing knowing that I might not like it. And for me, $35 wasn't that much to put into it. So for me, if you're in that position where you might be in those populated areas, you might still want to play Pokemon Go but not actually have your phone out, and $35 isn't that much to put towards something that you actively enjoy, I think it's totally worth it. But in my opinion, don't pay more than $35 for this thing. It's not worth more than that in my opinion, so that's what I think. I think $35 is okay for this, don't pay more. Unless you include in tax or something. Now on the flip side, let's say you're a kid, I don't know, you're 13, 14 years old and you receive $10 a week for allowance or something like that. So a Pokemon Go Plus, including the tax and all that, is almost a month of money for you. That's a pretty big deal right there, and with that, I would say, you know, kind of think about it, because honestly, if you're not running into that much money, or as I said, you know, if you're getting $5, $10 a week for your allowance, and you're going to drop $35, $40 on one of these $40 including tax, to me, I don't really see the worth to it unless you're actually going to be actively using it. Now, even yourself, most likely you are fine with just taking out the application and playing it on your phone. If you don't have an issue with that, you don't really need this right here. But if you do buy this, whether you continue to use it or whether you stop using it, I will say this. It makes for a pretty nice Pokemon related accessory, so I will be keeping it even whenever I stop playing Pokemon Go. And finally, I think my only other gripe about this is they ended up making a $35 accessory for this. I don't really understand why they couldn't have just made a smartphone app. Yes, I know iOS now has that available. Android doesn't have anything for a smartwatch, but one of my friends who's on Android said that that was killing him because he has like a $200 smartwatch on his wrist, but he can't do anything Pokemon related on that, which would have been perfect. Instead, he has to go out and buy this additional $35 device to put on his wrist or somewhere else on his body. So when all that's said and done, that is my opinion on the Pokemon Go Plus right here. Now let me know, do you all like the Pokemon Go Plus? Do you hate it? Do you have one? And if you've enjoyed this video, a like would be appreciated. And if you didn't and you absolutely hate the Pokemon Go Plus and this whole Pokemon Go craze, you can dislike the video as well too. That's fine. But anyways, this is Mr. Mario signing off. Thank you all for watching, everyone.